Hello and welcome back. I'm Miss Bird. I'm so glad you're here today. Let's get ready to get started. Everybody up on your feet. We're going to get ready for our Brain Smart Start so that we are ready for learning. Are you ready? We are going to sing a song called The Wheels on the Bus. How many of you all know that song? Let's get ready to sing. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The windows on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The windows on the bus go up and down, all through the town. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down, all through the town. The lights on the bus go off and on, off and on, off and on. The lights on the bus go off and on, all through the town. Awesome job, friends. I hope you enjoyed singing that song with me. Let's get ready for our reading corner. Come on over and join me. All right, friends. Today we are reading a story called Let's Go Rescue Trucks. So we're going to find out about all the different rescue trucks that we have around. Let's look at right here on the cover. What rescue truck do we have right here? That's right, a fire truck. And where does a fire truck go? When is a fire truck needed? It's needed to help when there's a fire, or maybe when a cat is stuck in a tree, someplace where help is needed. A fire truck will not be far behind. So let's get started and read our book. And something cool about our book today, look, when you move the wheels, they actually move right along. Both of them move. So let's get started and read our cool book today. Let's Go Rescue Trucks. My lights flash bright red and blue. Helping is what I do. I am a what? Police car. Make my wheel spin. Let the rescue begin. I'm the perfect ride to pick when someone is hurt or sick. I am an ambulance. Make my wheel spin. Let the rescue begin. When vehicles need a tow, the repair shop's where I go. I am a, what is this? A tow truck. Make my wheel spin. Let the rescue begin. When the tide gets way too high, it's my job to keep you dry. I am a lifeguard truck. Make my wheel spin. Let the rescue begin. So this is a vehicle you may see when you're at the beach or in the ocean swimming. and they may need to go out and rescue someone. A lifeguard truck. Siren blares and ladder grows. I put fires out with my hose. I am a fire truck. Remember we talked about that on the cover. So this truck rushes to places that may catch on fire. Make my wheel spin. Let the rescue begin. I clear paths across the ground when the snow has fallen down. I am a what? What vehicle helps clear the roads of all the snow? I am a snowplow. Make my wheel spin. Let the rescue begin. Wow, friends. So there are lots of different rescue cars around. Some that we may see on a regular, and then some that just come out at special times. Like a snowplow. We only see those when it is snowing. And the lifeguard truck, you'll only see those when you're at the beach or in the ocean. Those are things that you see just on special occasions. But a lot of times we'll see police cars driving around or fire trucks just in case there's an emergency someplace, they're close. I hope you enjoyed our story. Now we're going to get ready for our activity. Come on and join me. All right, friends. So today we read a story about all different types of rescue trucks. So guess what? For our activity today, we're actually going to make our own rescue truck. We are going to make a fire truck. So we have to make sure first that we have all of the materials that we need. You need a whatever color piece of construction paper. I chose blue. You can choose whatever color you want. Then we have to have our fire truck template. So I cut mine out of red construction paper. So we have that. Then, of course, we have to have our wheels that are going to go on our fire truck. We have our windows. You have your 2 long pieces of paper for our ladder. And then we have our short pieces that we're going to use to glue them on. That's going to complete our ladder. And then we will have our rescue truck. So we have to make sure we have all of these materials, and then we're ready to get started. So the first thing we're going to do is glue our fire truck down on the paper. So I'm going to flip it over and put my glue. We have our glue. I'm going around the edge. Make sure it gets all covered. Then I'm going to go right here in the middle. Again, making sure it's all covered. Then we flip it over and put it down on the paper. Spreading it, making sure it's all down. And the good thing is that once the glue dries, it will be clear. So it's sticking out a little bit, but when it dries, it will be clear. Then the next thing we're going to do is put our wheels. We put glue for our wheels. Then we put it down. And our next wheel. We have our fire truck and we have our wheels. Next, we're gonna do our windows. So we put our one window, and you see I cut those out of white paper. So we have our window here so that you can see where you're driving. And then we have our second window. Then we are going to assemble our ladder. We're going to put our ladder here. And this is a little long, so we're going to just tear it right there so that it's not so long. And then we're going to make sure our other piece of our ladder is equal length. Now, our ladder will fit right back here. So, next thing we're gonna do is put our glue to glue down our ladder. One part. Then, just to make sure we're spacing it out right, we're gonna put our steps for our ladder. You can decide how many steps you want for your ladder. We're gonna start here, putting our ladder. I'm gonna put a few more steps for our ladder. Let's count how many we have so far. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 5. We're gonna put one more to make 6. We have our ladder now. And then we're gonna connect our second piece to our ladder. Putting our glue there. And then we're connecting it. And there you go. We have our fire truck. How cool is that, friends? We made a rescue truck. We made our own fire truck. All right, friends. So we read an awesome book about different kinds of rescue trucks. And then we made our own rescue truck, a fire truck. How cool was that? I hope you have fun learning about all the different rescue trucks and making one of your own. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Kindergarten is great at Kansas City Public Schools.
I know they have really good teachers. I know this is a great school.
They teach them stuff that I thought my kids would never be able to know at the age of 5.
Since deciding to send our kiddos to a neighborhood school, we've become even more of a part of our community.
Now is the time to enroll your future kindergartner for the new school year. Visit enrollkc.org today.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Overish, and I'm so glad you're here today. Today, we're going to practice subtracting within 5. Do you know what that word subtracting means? When we subtract, we take away or find the difference between two numbers. So today, we're going to take away from a bigger number to find a smaller number. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we have our 5 bears that we're going to use to help us subtract within 5. Let's start our first problem. First, I'm going to take 3 bears, and I want to know what number I'll have left if I took 2 bears away. So here we have 2 bears. Here are 3 bears. What number are we going to be if we take 2 of these bears away? I take 2 of them and I pull them away, and how many bears do we have left? That's right, we have 1 bear left. So 3 take away 2 is 1. When we subtract, we know that we're always going to have a smaller number than what we started with because we are taking away from that bigger number. Let's try another one. I have 5 bears. I want to know how many bears I would have left if I took away 3 of them. So I want to take away 1, 2, 3 bears. How many bears do I have left? I started with 5. I took away 3 of them. How many bears do I have left? 1, 2 bears. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. Let's try another one. I have 4 bears, and I want to know how many bears I would have if I took away 3 bears. I started with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to subtract or take away 3. 1, 2, 3. So when I take away 3 bears, I pull them away from the group of 4. And how many bears do I have left? That's right, I only have 1 bear left. Let's try another. I start with 5 bears. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I take away 1 bear, how many bears will I have left? So I take away 1 bear. I move it away from the rest of the group. I can even hide it so that we can't see it anymore, so that I can decide how many bears are left. How many bears do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 bears left. So 5 minus 1 equals 4. Let's try one more before we practice writing the equation. I have 3 bears. If I have 3 bears and I want to subtract 1 bear, how many bears will I have left? I started with 1, 2, 3. I want to subtract or take away 1 bear. So how many bears do we have left in our original group? 1, 2. So 3 minus 1 equals 2. Let's practice writing some equations together. We're going to start with 4 bears. So my first number in my equation is going to be the number 4 to represent my 4 bears. Now we're only working on subtracting or taking away, so I'm going to put my subtraction sign, and I want to know what our new number would be if I took away 1 bear. I put my number 1. I have my equal sign. And on the other side of my equal sign is where I'll write the difference or our answer to 4 take away 1. When I have 4 bears and I take away 1, how many bears do I have left? Can you count them with me? 1, 2, 3. So I know that 4 minus 1 equals 3. Can you read this equation with me? 4 minus 1 equals 3. Nice job. Let's try one more. We're going to do 4 bears again. So I'm going to start with my number 4. I know we're only working on subtracting, so I'm going to put my minus sign or my subtraction symbol. And I want to know how many bears I would have left if I took away 2 bears. So I'm going to do 4 minus 2. So I'm going to put my 2 right here. And if I have 4 bears minus 2 bears, I can take away my 2. And how many do I have left? 1, 2. So 4 minus 2 equals 2 bears. Can you read that equation with me? We have 4 bears minus 2 bears equals 2 bears. Nice job. Thank you so much for coming and learning with me today about subtracting within 5. Today you were able to see when we subtract, we take away from a bigger number. You were also able to see the equation or the minus sign that we use when writing a subtraction problem. My name is Mrs. Overish, and I'll see you next time.
Welcome to Hartman Elementary School. My name is Dr. Jessie Kirksey, and I'm principal of this fine school. We are dedicated to providing our boys and girls an education of the finest quality. We nurture and we care. We have 3 focuses here at Hartman School: attendance, achievement, and attitude. We are child-centered. We ask our community and our parents every year to join hands with us to help us provide an education of the finest quality for our junior citizens, and they are doing this. Welcome to Hartman School, and we know that you will enjoy this virtual tour. Our mission at John T. Hartman Elementary School is to create a safe and nurturing environment where all children can become lifelong learners. Our responsibility is to lead, encourage, and provide the opportunity for all students to reach their full potential and be productive in our diverse and global society. We begin our educational journey with our preschool program. This is where we begin to cut the apron strings as our young scholars learn how to listen, work, and play together with teachers and classmates. Our preschool environment sets the tone for learning daily routines, a peek at this big, wide, wonderful world in which we live, and begins to build the foundation for future learning opportunities. It is a full-day program. Our kindergarten program continues to lay the foundation for reading, writing, exploring, and problem solving. We believe to be successful in any space, scholars must have strong reading, writing, and math skills. Our kindergarten scholars learn over 100 sight words throughout the year. Our teachers incorporate strategies to develop student literacy. We also partner with organizations such as Lead to Read and Literacy KC. These organizations, along with their volunteers, help promote fun and engaging learning environments. Our vision at John T. Hartman Elementary School is to create a collaborative learning community that is caring, nurturing, respectful, and safe, while passionately developing academic and social excellence for all. Our collaborative community will fight passionately and gracefully to prepare lifelong learners to compete in society. Hartman offers digital devices for all of our scholars. Scholars feel a sense of control over their education while developing a 21st century skill set. We offer iSpark, or STEM, along with art, music, physical education, and library. Students have access to interactive tools to open a world of science, technology, and math using hands-on curriculum. We offer a variety of activities and clubs to inspire and motivate our primary and intermediate scholars. Our Hartman Gems, our girls, and gents, our young men, are special groups of scholars who have exhibited leadership, respect for others, and a sense of purpose. We also have our newspaper club, our drama club, Girl Scouts, and Boy Scouts, all for free before and after school care in partnership with Link. We believe that our parents are the first and best teachers of their youngsters. We ask our parents to join hands with us as we provide an education of the finest quality for the best scholars in the nation. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you have any questions or if you would like a personal tour, please call us at 816-418-1750. We would like for you to become a part of our Hartman family.
Hey, Kansas City, how about some amazing pumpkin pie? What do you think of that? Hey Kansas City, it's Chef Tom at the Cardinal Cafe in beautiful downtown Kansas City. Guess what? It's getting on toward Thanksgiving, so I was thinking maybe we should go ahead and make a pumpkin pie. You can see there are not a lot of ingredients to pumpkin pie. I mean, we've got some eggs, some heavy cream, some sugar, butter, nutmeg, cinnamon, some vanilla, and some pumpkin pack. Now here's an interesting thing. You can make this into a sweet potato pie just as easily by getting rid of the pumpkin and putting in sweet potatoes. You know, just as you would cook the pumpkin, you'd cook the sweet potatoes. Cook them down, get yourself a couple cups of mashed up sweet potatoes, boom, get rid of the pumpkin, you got sweet potato pie. Okay? We're gonna start out today with getting our eggs into our bowl. When we're cracking eggs, what's the first thing we do? We check them. We never go directly into our mixing bowl with our eggs, just in case we get a shell in there or a bad egg, okay? We always have to make sure they look good. Of course, this guy, number 1's looking good. Get number 2 in there. Oh yeah, perfect. Just like downtown. Okay, but you always want to take a little look around and make sure that there's no shell, that you've got a perfect egg. We're gonna go right in there, okay? Now, once our eggs are in there, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get some butter in. Okay, our butter is nice and soft because we need to have this butter soft when we start. Have a look at that. Just really nice soft butter. You know, we left it sit out for the most of the day today. Now, at this point, I like to go ahead and add my pumpkin in now because I've got some nice stuff in there that I can work on some consistency with. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this pumpkin in here. We're just gonna start to give this a nice little mix up, okay? And break down these yolks. Now, quite honestly, some people do this in the mixer. It doesn't bother me to do it by hand. A lot of my students, when we're making biscuits or cake mix or pancakes, they want to know why we don't use the mixer. Well, the fact of the matter is I find it very easy to overmix things with the mixer. And when I'm doing it just by hand, I just seem to get a better end result. Here comes our heavy cream in. Now, once we start to incorporate this, we're actually going to switch over to our whisk. Okay? But we're going to get all this heavy cream started so that we don't have too sloshy of a product once we get that whip going, okay? Yeah, we're starting to get a nice color here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna scrape off our spatula with our whip. Some call it a whisk. Whisk, whip, doesn't really matter. Now, we're gonna start getting this guy going a little. You can see that there's little tiny chunks of butter in there. I'm all right with that. Now, we're gonna go ahead with our cinnamon and our nutmeg. And this nutmeg, we went ahead and we ground actually from the nut of the nutmeg. We've got just a little half teaspoon of each. That's just fine. Now, while those give off a really nice holiday smell, you can really smell that nutmeg and that cinnamon in there. We're gonna go ahead now and we're gonna add our vanilla and our sugar. Okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you, me personally, I can make a pie crust pretty quick. You know, pie crust is pretty easy. It's a little flour, a little butter, a little cold water, okay, a little sugar. But guess what? Today, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use a Pillsbury ready to go pie crust. I'm gonna reach back and grab one of our spatulas because we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this in the pie crust. We're just gonna take our time. You can see that we still got a little bit of butter floating around in there, which is just fine. Because as we bake, that butter is gonna break down. Now, before this goes in the oven, we're just gonna drop them down a couple of times, not real hard. just want to work out a little bit of air from this pie mix. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna get this baby in the oven, but guess what? When we come back, we've got a real treat. We're gonna make some homemade whipped cream. We'll be right back.
I chose manual because it's challenging and fun and it can help me with college.
I chose manual because I wanted to get a jump start in my career with culinary arts.
I chose manual to acquire skills I'd use in real life.
I chose manual because I want to be an ER doctor and be an EMT is my first step.
Kickstart your future today at Manual Career and Technical Center. Manual is open for all 11th and 12th grade students in both Kansas and Missouri. Learn more today at enrollkc.org/manual or call 816-418-5200.
Hey Kansas City, I don't know about you, but when I'm having pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, the one thing I really love on my pumpkin pie is some whipped cream. And we're gonna make some whipped cream right now. And one of the first things you wanna make sure you do is to make sure that your bowl is nice and icy cold that you're making your whipped cream with. We're gonna get this guy on here, okay? And this is the whip attachment that we're gonna use, okay? And get him in there. Now, our bowl is locked in tight. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna raise our mixer. We're gonna put in our cream. Yeah, very nice, bright white whipping cream. Always gonna need heavy whipping cream. And just like your bowl, you're gonna want it icy cold. Now, we're just gonna let it start moving around that bowl, okay? This process is gonna take us 6-7 minutes, somewhere in there. But from what we're doing right now, we're just moving this whipped cream around. We're trying to incorporate some air. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm sure that you've had whipped cream out of the tub, out of the can, stuff like that. This whipped cream, you will never believe the difference. And it's so easy. It is so easy. So right now our whipped cream's just moving around. We're gonna increase our speed a little to incorporate a little more air. We've got our powdered sugar right here. Once our whipped cream starts to tighten up a little, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some of that powdered sugar. And the fact of the matter is that we're gonna be tasting this 2-3 times to make sure that we're hitting our flavor profile and our sweetness for this whipped cream. Okay, some people like whipped cream very, very sweet. I'm okay with it not quite as sweet. So it's very funny, whenever I make it, people are like, could you put in a little more sugar? So that's the whipped cream we're gonna attempt tonight, is a little sweeter whipped cream. As this is mixing, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab our vanilla. And really, I like to put in about a teaspoon. Now, if you come up with that camera, you can see that we are starting to thicken up a little. And we're just gonna watch it and let it go. And that's just it. You can't be in a hurry for this. If you're in a hurry, you're gonna whip it on too high a speed. And do you know what happens when you whip whipped cream too much? You get butter. You may as well throw some salt in there and put it on buns. But for this, we're not gonna get that far. We're gonna have amazing whipped cream that goes on our pie. And right now, it's getting pretty nice. You can start to see some ridges in there. And so, you know, in the next minute or so, we're gonna be there. So it's almost time to start adding some sugar. And we're gonna stop this guy for 1 minute. And we're just gonna show you on a spoon that it's starting to get thicker, okay? So we're gonna go ahead for just another minute or so before we start to add our powdered sugar. And this is kind of like watching paint dry. You know, you just can't be in a hurry, you gotta take your time. And right now is when I want to start adding some sugar to this because it's looking good. I'm just going to take my spatula and get a couple drops of sugar in there. We're going to start with about 2/3 of a cup of sugar. And this is powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar. This is not just cane sugar. I don't know if I mentioned that to start or not, but this is powdered sugar. Now, our whipped cream is coming together so nice. We've got less than a minute, but this is going to be our opportunity to stop our mixer and get in there and take a little taste. Wow, look at that. That looks nice. Okay, I love it right where it's at, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in a little more sugar because I know that there are some people that like it just a little sweeter than I do. So we'll go in with another 1/2 cup. And the thing is, if you come over and look, this whipped cream, we're going to whip it for about 20 more seconds. And we're going to shut her down. That's it. We're going to go ahead and lower it on our post. And we're going to pop it off of here. I just want you to have a look at how nice that is. And that's absolutely beautiful whipped cream. I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our whipped cream in the cooler just to make sure that our peaks stay nice and stiff. And we're going to get that pie out of the oven. And guess what? We're going to cut up some pumpkin pie. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
I chose manual because it's challenging and fun and it can help me with college.
I chose manual because I wanted to get a jump start in my career with culinary arts.
I chose manual to acquire skills I'd use in real life.
I chose manual because I want to be an ER doctor and be an EMT is my first step.
Kickstart your future today at Manual Career and Technical Center. Manual is open for all 11th and 12th grade students in both Kansas and Missouri. Learn more today at enrollkc.org/manual or call 816-418-5200.
All right, Kansas City, so I've got to come true with you. This pie looks amazing, but I did not just pull this pie out of the oven because actually pumpkin pie is going to take about 55 to 60 minutes to bake. And while it's baking, this beautiful pumpkin filling is going to come up almost like a souffle. It's going to come up about this high above your pie crust. And then when it cools down, it's going to go ahead and level out. Okay, so this has been in the refrigerator for a couple of hours because there's no way that you can serve pumpkin pie right out of the oven. You have to let it rest, you have to let it cool. Okay, so that's exactly what we've done with this. And the fact of the matter is we're going to go ahead and we're going to dish this up in just a minute or two. But here's the thing. Earlier I was talking about sweet potato pie versus pumpkin pie. Myself, I find either one of them amazing. I love sweet potato pie. And I actually, growing up in Wisconsin, had never ever heard of sweet potato pie until I moved to Missouri, to Kansas City. And when I worked on the private rail cars, I worked with a guy named Bob Wheeler. And the first time he made sweet potato pie, I was hooked. And this guy makes the best sweet potato pie I've ever had. And he did. He taught me the secrets to it. And that's why I make my pie interchangeable, because my pumpkin pie is really his sweet potato pie recipe with pumpkin. Okay? I have to give credit where credit's due. I cannot lie to you, Kansas City. So, let's give this baby a cut and see what it looks like. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous here because it's always something special to do this right on live TV after you make the pie. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is some gorgeous pumpkin pie. I am so happy right now. I tell you what, the only thing that's going to make this pumpkin pie any better is a big old slather of whipped cream. So let me run over and grab that whipped cream. I'll be right back. Oh, am I happy. So remember, just a few minutes ago, we went ahead and we whipped up this cream. We put in about 1.25 cups of powdered sugar to 1 quart of heavy cream and a teaspoon of vanilla. Now, look at that. That whipped cream is so nice and thick. And I don't know about you, but my Uncle John always said that all pie was something to hold his whipped cream. And he would put a lot on there. I tell you what, Kansas City, this is by far one of my favorite pies to make. Super easy, super delicious. My wife loves it, so I make a lot of it. Hey, Kansas City, you know, I always get a little nostalgic at the holidays. You know, as you get a little older, you remember the past and how much fun you had. For us, it was my grandmother's house. You know, she had 8 kids and all 8 of them would show up with their families at the house, and the house would be loud. There'd be the adult table that was all set up gorgeous. There'd be the kids' tables. And the fact of the matter is that there would be turkey and dressing and green bean casserole and dinner rolls and always 2 and 3 different kinds of pie. And the fact of the matter is that this holiday season, no matter what's happening, make some time for your family. You know, mend some bridges that are burned, do what you need to do, but don't let your family go without letting them how you feel this holiday season. Because I'm going to tell you what, this pie specifically reminds me of when I was a kid watching my mom make pie. And, you know, you get into this tradition, and especially for our family's very French, and pumpkin pie was not necessarily something French. We did a lot of traditional meat pies and things like that, and this is something my mother brought to the table. So I'm just saying, I hope you have a great holiday season, and realistically, I'm going to tell you what, for me, it's time for me to make sure that this pie is suitable for everybody in my family, because I love pie. And guess what? I love whipped cream too. So let's give this a try. Make sure it's good, as if there's any question in the world. Now, I'll tell you what. Look at that. When you can stab your fork into pumpkin pie and it stays on the fork, it's right. Oh man. Kansas City, best pumpkin pie ever. Go enjoy your holiday. Happy Thanksgiving.
We're happy to have you visit our family here at Northeast Middle School. My name is Principal Schriever, and I am the principal here at Northeast Middle School. We serve students in the 7th and 8th grade in the historic Northeast neighborhood in Kansas City.
Welcome to Northeast Middle, the home of the mighty Titans.
Welcome to Northeast Middle. Transitioning to middle school is exciting, but it can also be scary. But that's what we're here for. I teach students success skills. a class where students get in touch with their emotions and learn how to stay on task in their courses.
Hello, my name is Mirna Naya. I am the parent liaison at Northeast Middle School. I communicate with parents, legal guardians regarding school information, events, school advisory committee, and more. I love interacting with students' families every day.
Hello and welcome. My name is Christine Dismay, and I teach geography and economics here at Northeast Middle School. We have a safe and nurturing environment in our classrooms. Your student will enjoy learning here.
Hi, I'm Laura Culp. I'm an 8th grade math teacher. Welcome to 8th grade. We offer advanced courses in all core subjects. Learning here is fun and rigorous because we care about our students and their academic experience. Northeast Middle School students are successful and prepared for high school.
AVID, which stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, is a college and career readiness program. Students develop the skills they need to be successful in college starting in middle school. Most students continue their AVID course throughout high school with the same group of peers.
Hi, I'm Mr. Fleming, and I teach PE and health at Northeast Middle School, and we have a wide range of electives including choir, band, orchestra, visual arts, creative writing, and much more.
Hello, my name is Kenneth Moore, and I teach 7th, 8th grade choir. Our goal is to ensure our students get the very best academic opportunities. Our students maintain a well-rounded experience.
Northeast Middle School is truly a diverse environment. We have scholars from all over the world, and we have as many as 30 languages spoken in our building at any given time. To celebrate the diversity in our building, we host an international festival so our scholars can get a true taste of the world.
Hi, I'm Ben Jonte. I'm the art teacher at Northeast Middle School. Project Lead the Way, one of our electives, provides our students with hands-on, real-world learning. This will give them experience in growing industries like computer science, design, and robotics.
Hello, I'm Ms. Shepard, and I'm the athletic director here at Northeast Middle School. Here at Northeast Middle School, we offer variety sports for boys and girls, including basketball, track and field, soccer, wrestling, swimming, cross country, flag football, cheerleading, and volleyball.
Thank you for taking the time to visit with us today here at Northeast Middle School. To learn more about our campus or to request a personal tour, please call 816-418-3400. We look forward to sharing with you more of the exciting things occurring at Northeast Middle School.
Welcome to Foreign Language Academy, Kansas City one and only emerging school for Chinese and Spanish.
We are so happy to have you visit FLA. I'm Dr. Joel Ramsdale, the principal of Foreign Language Academy. We are the region's only international baccalaureate school that is authorized as a primary years program, as well as being in candidacy for our middle years program. We look forward to sharing more about our school with you.
Bienvenidos al cuarto grado. Immersion is the best way for a student to become fluent in a foreign language.
At FLA, we have a strong sense of community. Our parent-teacher organization meets monthly and organizes different events and activities such as Arts Night, where students can showcase their artwork and also enjoy live performances by students.
Each year, the 8th grade Spanish student fundraise to help support a trip to Costa Rica.
Children at FLA have an advantage, learning English as well as a foreign language. This will prepare them for not only being in the classroom, but beyond.
When our families join FLA, they select a school for their kids that is elementary and middle school. Our students are able to experience the full immersion program since kindergarten all the way to 8th grade.
Thank you for joining us on this virtual tour. We appreciate it. If you would like to learn more about Foreign Language Academy or schedule a personal tour, please call our school phone number, which is 816-418-6000. We look forward to sharing all of the great things that we're doing here at the Foreign Language Academy with you.